All right, chatting with Cassie Hyder at the desk about the WFA Weather Alert Day we've got today, another one tomorrow, as we are looking at potentially severe storms making it our way. We always want to be careful this time of year, anytime we've got storms here in North Texas, because we know that things can get crazy in a hurry.
Yes, it is springtime in Texas, and we know that when we do get storms, we could typically see a whole lot of things, including wind and hail, but a tornado threat is actually there, but for tomorrow. So we do have WFA Weather Alert Days for today and tomorrow, but here's the thing. For today, I think most of us will end up staying dry. It's not until this evening and into tonight where we start to see the rain and storms and maybe some of our far northwest counties eventually make their way across northern portions of the Metroplex. But tomorrow, I think that's going to be the bigger day. The impact from these storms, at least this evening and into tonight, I think would be quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, and some heavy rain and maybe some flooding in some of our northern counties. But by tomorrow afternoon, it's all of the above. Quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour. Heavy rainfall, but an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out even in the Metroplex tomorrow afternoon and evening. So what you need to do is just stay updated with the latest forecast, have a way to receive any warnings that do come out. And the best way to do that is by downloading the WFA Plus app. So we already have a flood watch in effect through Thursday morning for some of our northern counties, because that is where we expect more rounds of rain and storms over the next couple of days. In the meantime, it's just cloudy but dry right now. This is our Clyde Warren Park camera. Temperatures are in the mid 70s, so nice and warm, not too hot. Satellite and radar showing what looks to be rain outside, and it feels very humid outside. It feels like it wants to rain, but the radar is very sensitive and it's just kind of picking up what's in the upper levels of the atmosphere. The rain is not hitting the ground right now. Later this afternoon, though, we could still see maybe some isolated showers pop up in our far western counties, but it's not until this evening where we expect that storm coverage to really expand in the northwest. And then eventually overnight tonight, these will be making their way east, but the higher coverage will stay just to the north. The Metroplex may be seeing a couple of isolated showers, but the severe threat will still be there. It's just going to be higher to our north. Tomorrow morning, another round of rain and storms in the northwest will eventually make their way off to the east. This is going to be noon tomorrow. Now we've got some storms, at least in some of our northern counties, but that also includes parts of Denton, Decatur, Gainesville. We could have some thunderstorms at that time. This is going to be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is going to be more peak time of when I think the threat for severe weather will be at its highest. And notice we have some isolated storms that are not attached to the main line. And when we see that, that is where we have that tornado threat starting to ramp up a little bit more. This is going to be 5 o'clock later tomorrow afternoon, and we still have some isolated storms. And this is part of the metro and areas just to the east. You can see all of these storms look isolated in nature at this time. That would not be good for us as far as the tornado threat's concerned. By 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, these storms begin to weaken just to the east, but then we have these other thunderstorms in the northwest, and that will eventually form a line that moves right through the Metroplex by late tomorrow evening. So this is going to be 9 o'clock. Eventually, by the time we get to around midnight or so, everything weakens and moves well off to the south and east, and then Thursday looks dry. But for this evening, the highest threat for severe storms will be way off to the north and west. Tomorrow, though, the entire Metroplex and really most of North Texas will be under the gun for seeing quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, but an isolated tornado will be a possibility. Today, though, cloudy, warm, temperatures in the mid 80s, and then overnight tonight, cloudy, showers, possibly a few thunderstorms with temperatures dropping down into the 60s. I think we're dry on Thursday, and then on Friday, rain and storms move back in. We're clear for the weekend, it looks like, but more storms possible even as we get into Mother's Day weekend. Mark, back to you.